A bit of stress is a normal part of our daily lives, which can be even good for us. Overcoming stressful events can make us more resilient. But when the stress is severe or chronic, for example, caused by the breakdown of a relationship, death in the family, or bullying, it takes its toll on our body. Stress can be defined as an automatic physical response to any stimulus that requires us to adjust to change. Every real or perceived threat to our body triggers a cascade of stress hormones that produces psychological changes. We all know the sensations: the heart pounds, muscles tense, breathing quickens, and the beads of sweat appear. This is known as the stress response. The stress response starts with a signal from the part of our brain known as the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus joins the pituitary gland and the adrenal glands to form a trio known as hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? As a short, it's called HPA axis, which governs a multitude of hormonal activities in the body and may play a role in the depression as well. When a physical or emotional threat looms, the hypothalamus secretes corticotropin-releasing hormone, as a short CRH, which has the job of arousing our body. Hormones are complex chemicals that carry messages to organs or group of cells throughout the body and trigger certain responses. CRH follows a pathway to our pituitary gland, where it stimulates the secretion of adrenocorticotropic hormone, as a short ACTH, which pulses into the bloodstream. When ACTH reaches the adrenal glands, it prompts the release of cortisol. The boost in cortisol readies the body to fight, flight, or freeze mode. The heart beats faster, up to 5 times as quickly as compared to normal circumstances, and the blood pressure rises. Our breath quickens as the body takes an extra oxygen. Senses are sharpened, such as sight and hearing, make us more alert. CRH also affects the cerebral cortex, part of the amygdala and the brainstem. It is thought to play a major role in coordination of the thoughts and behaviors, emotional reactions, and involuntary responses. Working along a variety of neural pathways, it influences the concentration of neurotransmitters throughout the brain. Disturbances in hormonal systems may affect neurotransmitters and vice versa. Normally, a feedback loop allows the body to turn off fight, flight, or freeze mode defenses when the threat passes. In some cases, though, the floodgates never close properly, and cortisol levels rise too often or simply stay high. Repeated stress can have a huge impact on our brain, putting us at risk of a number of physical and psychological problems, and it needs to be dealt with immediately. Repeated stress is a major trigger for persistent inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation can lead to a range of health problems, including diabetes and heart disease. The brain is normally protected from circulating molecules by a blood-brain barrier. But under repeated stress, this barrier becomes leaky, and circulating inflammatory proteins can get into the brain. The brain's hippocampus is a critical brain region for learning and memory, and is particularly vulnerable to such abuses. Studies in humans have shown that inflammation can adversely affect brain systems linked to motivation and mental alertness. Repeated stress can contribute to problems such as high blood pressure, immune suppression, asthma, and possibly depression. Studies have shown that people who are depressed or have dysthymia typically have increased level of CRH. Antidepressant and electroconvulsive therapy are both known to reduce these high CRH levels. As CRH levels return to normal, depressive symptoms recede. Research also suggests that trauma during childhood can negatively affect the functioning of CRH and the HPA axis throughout life. Let's turn information to knowledge and knowledge to wisdom. Join me on the journey to seek enlightenment and vanquish ignorance. It is well established that chronic stress can lead to depression. Persistent exposure to stress hormones and ongoing inflammation can cause reduced hippocampus, is more commonly seen in depressed patients than in healthy people. Serotonin is important for mood regulation and well-being. Chronic stress ultimately also changes the chemicals in the brain, which modulate cognition and mood. Depression and anxiety disrupt sleep and circadian rhythm due to stress hormones, such as elevated cortisol level, can interfere with our sleep. Stress can also interfere with our balance between rational thinking and emotions. For example, the stressful news about the global spread of the novel coronavirus has caused people to hoard items of regular use and created a panic all over the world. This is because stress may force the brain to switch to a habit system. Under stress, brain areas such as the putamen, a round structure at the base of the forebrain, shows greater activation. Such activation has been associated with hoarding behavior. Ventromedial prefrontal cortex plays a role in emotional cognition, such as evaluation of social affiliations and learning about fear, may enhance irrational fears in stressful situations. These fears override the brain's usual ability of rational decision-making over time due to repetitive stressful bouts. To deal with chronic stress involves connecting with people around us, such as family, friends, and neighbors. When we are under stress, relaxing and interacting with friends and family will distract us and help reduce the feeling of stress. Other methods include mindfulness, allowing us to take notice and be curious of the world around us and spend time in the moment. Volunteering or donating to a charity activates the reward system in our brain and promotes positive feelings about life. Importantly, when you experience chronic stress, do not wait and let things get the better of you. Early detection and early effective treatment is the key to be a good outcome and good well-being. Remember to act in a holistic manner to improve your mood, thinking, and your physical health. Let's look at some of the possible reasons for stress and their solutions. Modern day life is full of stressful events, but we need to tackle this problem with some viable solution. Number one, connectivity. Technology is a good thing, but spend too much time connected to devices is taking its toll on mental health. By cutting down on connectivity and spending time with friends and family helps with stress. Number two, some people try to do too much. Most people try to fit in a lot in 24 hours. That pushes one's limit and it results in stress. So realistic targets is a solution. Decluttering life and switching to simplistic and minimalistic approach helps in combating stress. Number three, for some people, prioritizing is a problem. Some of us like to procrastinate and keep postponing important things in life that result in build-up of pressure in the end. Setting reminders for urgent and important tasks and ticking them off the list gives a sense of relief and achievement. Try this technique if you are struggling to cope with stress due to prioritizing. Number four, lack of stress relief mechanisms. For those stress is unavoidable due to lifestyle or circumstances, they need to combat stress with the regular stress relief mechanisms before stress reinforces itself. Number five is presence of peer pressure. Peer pressure is a predictor for increase in stress and anxiety. With the use of technology and influx of infinite information has put young adults under a lot of stress. By keeping the communication lines open, parents and other family members can help to close contact and warm relationship. Self-confidence is a major issue at young age, and youngsters are ready to take risks to fit in with the so-called friends. By eliminating any barriers in the way of confidence is a massive help in resisting negative peer influence. Confident teenagers can make safe, informed decisions and avoid people and situations that aren't right for them. For more information on parts of the brain mentioned in this session, please watch my video on brain anatomy and its functions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. Also leave a comment down below to let me know what do you think of this video. Thank you.